This place looks like science fiction, but it's all 100% real. Today, we're traveling to some of the most alien-looking places on planet Earth. Landscapes so strange that if you woke up there with no context, you'd think you were on another world. From an island of dragon trees in the Arabian Sea, to boiling neon acid pools in one of the hottest places on Earth, to rainbow mountains painted by time itself. Let's explore a few corners of our planet that look like they belong in a sci-fi movie, not on Google Maps. First up, our journey begins on an island that barely looks like Earth at all. Socotra. Picture this. You're standing on a high rocky plateau, wind rushing past you, the ocean a hazy blue line in the distance. Around you, the forest doesn't look like any forest, you know. Instead of regular trees, you're surrounded by bizarre umbrella-shaped giants. Thick trunks, long bare branches, then a dense, flat canopy of leaves at the very top, like someone planted a bunch of green UFOs in the ground. These are dragon's blood trees. Cut into the bark, and instead of clear or milky sap, they bleed a thick, deep red resin, like the tree itself is alive in a way that feels wrong, almost alien. This isn't a movie set. This is Socotra Island, off the coast of Yemen, sometimes called the most alien-looking place on Earth. Socotra has been isolated for millions of years, cut off from nearby land masses by distance, currents and climate. While the rest of the world changed, this island evolved on its own. Over time, plants and animals here took strange paths. More than a third of the plant species you see on Socotra exist nowhere else on Earth. You walk a few meters and realize almost everything around you is unique to this one place. The dragon's blood trees tilt and twist over the rocky ground, each one shaped slightly differently, like a forest of frozen lightning strikes. In some valleys you find swollen bottle trees, trunks puffed up like pink water balloons with tiny branches sticking out of the top. They look like something sketched by a child and then brought to life. Local legends talk about spirits and jinns living among these trees. And to be fair, if you stood here alone at sunset, with the sky turning orange and purple over a forest of dragon's blood silhouettes, you'd probably believe a few stories too. But beneath the myth, there's very real science. The strange shapes of these trees help them survive in a harsh, dry climate, catching moisture, reducing water loss, and shading the ground underneath so other life can grow. The alien design is actually brilliantly adapted engineering, refined by evolution. The sad part? These otherworldly forests are fragile. Climate change, stronger storms, and grazing animals are making it harder for young trees to survive. So this place that looks like it belongs on another planet faces very real, very human problems from our own. From Socotra's red bleeding trees, we head to another world entirely. Not an island this time, more like the surface of a toxic exoplanet, Dallol in Ethiopia. Imagine stepping into a place where the ground glows yellow, green and orange, as if someone spilled neon paint across a cracked boiling desert. The air is thick, hot and heavy. The horizon shimmers. Welcome to Dallol in the Danakil Depression, one of the hottest, most inhospitable places people have ever set foot. Here, the earth is literally leaking colour. Boiling pools bubble in electric shades of green and turquoise. Crusts of bright yellow sulphur and white salt form jagged platforms. Steam hisses from vents, carrying the smell of minerals and acid. It looks fake. It looks like a CGI rendering of an alien world where nothing should be alive. This strange landscape is created by a combination of extreme heat, volcanism, and minerals. Beneath your feet, magma lurks shallow under the surface. Groundwater seeps down, gets superheated, and rises back up loaded with dissolved salts, iron, and other elements. When that scalding fluid reaches the surface, the minerals crystallize and stain everything in intense, unnatural colors. Bright yellow sulfur, red and orange iron oxides, green and blue from copper and other chemicals. The pools can be incredibly acidic, stronger than stomach acid. Some are super salty, almost 10 times saltier than seawater, simmering just below boiling. Standing here, you feel like you've landed on a hostile planet. No shade, brutal heat, toxic ponds you absolutely do not want to fall into. Scientists come here because Dallol is more than just beautiful and deadly. It's also a natural laboratory. Some researchers study it as an example of what conditions might be like on other planets or moons, such as early Mars. If life can exist in places like this, maybe it can exist out there too. Whether or not anything truly lives in the harshest parts of Dallol is still debated, but even the question feels sci-fi. Is this place completely lifeless? Or is there something microscopic clinging to existence in pools of boiling acid? From Earth's toxic alien planet, we're going somewhere much calmer, but no less surreal. This time, instead of neon acid pools, imagine a mountain range painted with giant stripes of colour, like someone took a cosmic paintbrush to the landscape. Next stop, the Rainbow Mountains of Zhangye Danxia in China. You're walking along a viewing platform at sunrise. The air is cool. The sky is just starting to brighten. As the light hits the hills in front of you, colours begin to appear. First red, then orange. Then you start seeing layers of yellow, white, and even hints of blue and green. The entire mountain range looks like a stack of rainbow-coloured blankets, folded and crumpled into waves. This is Zhangye Danxia National Geopark, often called the Rainbow Mountains of China. At first glance, it's almost hard to believe it's natural. But this is what happens when you mix rock, water, and a ridiculous amount of time. Millions of years ago, layers of sandstone and minerals settled in this region, each layer carrying different amounts of iron and other elements, which gave them different colours. Over time, tectonic forces pushed and tilted those layers up, like someone crumpling a rug from underneath. Then wind and rain carved them into ridges, valleys, and strange shapes. The result is a landscape that looks like a giant solidified rainbow. Some slopes run red and orange like rust. Others are striped with lines of yellow, white and brown, as if a painter carefully dragged a brush across the hills. Depending on the time of day, the view changes. At midday, the colours are bright and bold. At sunrise and sunset, the shadows deepen the contrast and the mountains seem to glow from within. What you're really seeing is the Earth's history, line by line. Each stripe is a different chapter written in stone. Ancient rivers, dry deserts, shifting climates, all stacked on top of each other and frozen in place. But your brain doesn't think geology when you first see it. It thinks, there is no way this is real. So we visited alien trees on an isolated island, boiling neon pools in a deadly desert, and mountains painted in impossible colours. And believe it or not, Earth still has more places that look like they were imported from another galaxy. Let's do a rapid tour of a few more alien planets hiding on our own world. Imagine a place where the sky and the ground switch roles, and you're not sure where one ends and the other begins. That's Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia, the largest salt flat on Earth. In the dry season, it's a cracked white polygon-patterned desert that looks like an endless layer of broken glass. In the wet season, a thin film of water turns it into a perfect mirror. Walk across it and it feels like you're walking in the sky. Clouds below you, clouds above you. The horizon just disappears. Then there's Pamukkale in Turkey, a hillside dripping with white terraces that look like frozen waterfalls or alien ice. But they're actually made of mineral-rich travertine. Blue pools spill gently from one level to another, glowing especially bright at sunset. Travel to New Zealand, and you can stand in front of steaming multicolored pools at Tapu, where bright orange edges and neon green water mix with rising mist. It almost looks like a fantasy world that forgot to turn down the saturation. Head to Brazil, and in Lençóis Maranhenses you'll find rolling white sand dunes stretching to the horizon, but with clear blue and green lagoons hidden between them during the rainy season. From above, it looks like the surface of some water-rich exoplanet covered in bright, shallow seas and sand. Different countries, different climates, but the same feeling. This shouldn't be Earth, and yet it is. So why do places like this hit us so hard? Part of it is that they break our mental picture of what our planet is supposed to look like. We're used to normal landscapes, forests, plains, mountains, beaches. But when we see trees bleeding red sap, or mountains painted in stripes, or a desert that turns into a mirror the size of a small country, it forces us to admit something. Earth is way stranger than we give it credit for. Another part is scale. It's one thing to see a weird rock in your backyard. It's another to stand in front of an entire valley or mountain range that looks like it belongs in a video game. And then there's the simple fact that these places remind us of something easy to forget. We haven't seen everything yet, even on our own planet. We talk a lot about exploring space, and we should. But sometimes the most alien-looking worlds are still under our feet, hidden on remote islands, buried in harsh deserts, or tucked away behind long flights and rough roads. Thanks for exploring with me. If you enjoyed this journey to Earth's most alien-looking places, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Which of these worlds would you visit first? The Dragon Tree Island, the toxic neon desert, or the Rainbow Mountains? Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia, Pamukkale in Turkey, or the multicolored pools at Tapu, New Zealand? And if you want more hidden worlds and mind-bending places, stick around. We've barely scratched the surface of this planet.